Good Shabbos, folks. It's a pleasure to be here on this full moon Pride Shabbat. So, my friends, in gay time, we're in the middle of Pride. And in Jewish time, we've just left Shavuot's lightning under the mountain. In Torah time, we're Bamidbar. We're in the wilderness, lit by a pillar of fire. And this week's parasha, B'ha'olotcha, also speaks of light, how we tamed that wild pillar of holy fire by creating our own light in the sacred darkness, the menorah. So the parsha opens, well, truthfully it opens Vaydaber Adonai, blah, blah, blah. But the main word, B'ha'olotcha, in your elevating the lamps to the middle face of the menorah, they will illuminate. So what does that even mean? Like, why are we using the word elevate when something like set on fire, like lhadlik, is more usual? So Rashi, our most famous Torah commentator, is of course here to help. The root of this parsha's name is a familiar one. It's ALAH. It's the same as when we take Aliyah and come up to bless the Torah. So Rashi quickly relates this to how a flame ascends from its wick, but he also brings down this interesting detail. Rashi says the reason that Torah uses the word ascend is that because the menorah must be lit until the lahav, the gleam of the flame, can elevate from itself. If the flame cannot sustain itself, the kohein priest has not fulfilled the holy work of lighting the menorah. So now what of us? Of our glittering and our gleaming, of, dare I say, our flaming? How many of us have had our lamps, our lights lifted up by others in the LGBTQ plus and greater marginalized communities? How many of us have had returned the favor, protectively elevating the light of another flickering flame? And yet, how many of us also have had times when our bare blue flame gutters from lack of fuel, or fires that rapidly flare out and without any help, rapidly burn out? Every day, the menorah would be cleaned, refilled, and lit, tended until each fire sustains its own power. Just before Shavuot, we counted the Omer through the month of Iyar, or as my astrology gays might call it, Taurus season. And the Omer it's a steady, plodding path. Every day you count a blessing. Every day you count a blessing with the slightest variation, over and over and over until we find revelation. Every part of our body needs this energy too, the everyday pattern-building kind, without which revelation rarely arrives. Everyday and steady doesn't exactly sound very fiery or hot, but our flaming menorah needs the continuous tending too, so that we can light the sacred dark. The daily care of our inner flame, the lahav, the glittering, the gleaming, our ner tamid, glowing within us, is what enables the hope that keeps us going. L'dor v'dor, one more step to forge, one more light to elevate. And may we, in turn, shine our lesbian luster, our gay gleaming, our bisexual bling, our trans twinkling. That does say twinking up there, whoops. I mean, I do know lots of trans twinks, but we are more than that as well. Our trans twinkling and our queer shimmering, and also the glimmer of the glorious unknown beyond societal binaries. Good Shabbos, friends.